Right, so we're headed back into the race today because today's the last day and they have been racing for 24 hours. The race ends at 1:30. It's about 12:45.
It's a long ride. But of course they had 4 drivers, so
they have a total of 4 drivers that take turns driving the car all night for 24 hours. And the complication thing about it is, I think, is the constant fuel stops, tire changes, maintenance on a single car for 24 hours. Isn't that a huge thing?
No, some of them last. Well, it was designed for manufacturers to test products and to show that their products are better than everybody else's, or like their vehicles. And
okay,
so it's more for manufacturers at one time, and maybe still is, to either test products, but then to show that they last a long time. And
because you need a lot of tires to race 24 hours. They were doing pit stops on 20 laps already yesterday.
Well, you need brakes. You need to change the brakes out. You can't run 24 hours in those same brakes.
Okay.
So they have to have systems for that. But Ford versus Ferrari wasn't at the Rolex 24. Well, they might have been, actually. I'm sure they were, but they were in the Le Mans, which is in France. So same thing, 24-hour race.
Even just fuel stops. Again, they were fueling up at lap 20, so a lot goes into a 24-hour race. So we're headed in there. It's going to be way too loud to do any talking, but I certainly will do videoing. So we'll see you guys in there. Just changed drivers in the Porsche. So they're currently on lap 740. They have 30 minutes to go yet before the end of the race, and so this will be exciting to see if anything changes during the race. So what did you think about the Rolex 24?
It was good. It was fun. I mean, it was basically what I expected, I guess. I knew it wasn't going to be like the most exciting thing ever, but I think the different pieces and parts that we got to see of it was fun.
I really enjoyed it. I mean, I've never experienced anything like that before, especially getting down up close and really personal with the drivers and the car and the mechanics, and just, I guess, witnessing a big international race. I've never done that.
Yeah, I think the thing with it is because it's a 24-hour race, it's not like if you go to a local track, they have heat races. This one's a long, drawn out deal, but it's there for a purpose. It was originally done for manufacturers to show off their cars, and this was like,
1960.
No, 1910.
10?
Yeah. I mean, this is when I think they had them all over the country. They would do these little races, and not 24 hours, but then it became the 24 hours. So anyway, if you think about it from that standpoint, it's these manufacturers, Lamborghini, Porsche, Mercedes, those type of things are proving out their engines, stuff like that.
Showcasing all the cars, the tires, the parts, the fuel, all that.
Yeah.
I love New Learning, and I think next time if we do something like that, it would be fun to be able to hear the announcers talking about what is happening or hearing what's going on, because that would have made it better. And then understanding, and I did know this, that there were other classes in the race, but I couldn't keep track of who was in front, who wasn't. There was a placement board, but still there was 5 series.
Yeah, and the placement board was only for the top people,
Right.
the top cars, and you could tell those because they were the GT highly modified
Yeah.
vehicles, and then you could tell the other ones that looked like a Porsche, looked
Yep.
like a Lamborghini, you know. But it was still a little hard because there's 5 of the divisions. You can only tell 2 differences between the cars.
Yeah. So that was challenging, but
Yeah.
I loved everything else about it. You know, our friends Kathy and Tom, our daughter-in-law's parents, actually came down and enjoyed us, and that was a great weekend because we spent an entire weekend with them as well.
Yeah,
and
it
so
was fun. You know, would I do the Rolex 24 again? Would I do it? I'm glad we did. Oh, of course. I mean, we're trying to collect experiences, and just a little experiences, like, it's interesting. It's kind of fun. You know, and one thing that we're trying to do now is get experiences. So you can can say, well, I know, but it's like it's like we're doing micro experiences now. Before we did macro, like whole country type of things, which was like the pyramids and stuff like that. But that's like a different level.
Yeah.
This is more smaller, and it's partly because of COVID.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't be doing these smaller ones, which I'm glad we are, if it wasn't for COVID. But that's the goal, is to do these smaller experiences and you know, and just keep on doing many and many. So many of the things that we do are based on the experience, not based on was it worth it.
Right.
It's like you got to make that decision,
Right.
you know. And so for me, it was absolutely worth it. And I'm a gearhead, closet gearhead, so I actually.
he's not a closet gearhead anymore because he's told you he's a closet gearhead.
Yeah.
Right?
No, closet gearhead means I don't want to work on cars. I love the concept of all of it, and I can work on cars to a certain level. Maybe not the current cars.
Isn't a closet meaning nobody knows you're in there?
Yeah. No, it means that you don't want anybody to know.
Exactly.
Right. So it's like I can work on vehicles,
You can,
but I don't.
which is a
want to.
bonus.
So, no, it's not.
All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed going to the races with us.
It was fun.
We actually
Good
did,
experience.
you know, racing at the 5K and racing at the Rolex 24.
Actually, the 5K was very fun.
It was.
We kind of proved that we could still run. So
So I guess the next race, NASCAR in LA and a football stadium.
yeah, and that's what'll be fun about that one is it's not a real race for the season. It's their first of this year, and then it's someplace where they've never raced before because it's around a football field. It's where the Rose Bowl is played, and
They just built that for this.
yeah, so they
specifically.
paved it just for. So it's gonna be so fun. We're gonna go to qualifying on Saturday, and then on Sunday the race day, and we're staying like a mile from there or whatever. so.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks again. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button and leave your comments below. Thanks for watching.